Rev up your engines!
Zigo says, Scotty, please help me. I'm thinking to buy a Mercedes Benz 2006 R500 70Ks. Looks clean and nice. Any thoughts, please? Yes. Don't buy that thing. They're endless money pits. Unless you have more money than you know what to do with and you like spending money on repairs and becoming friends with the local German mechanic, do not buy that car. They are cheaper to buy used because they are endless money pits as they age. They are super expensive vehicles to maintain. Their resale value is garbage. Their parts cost a ton in the United States. You do not want to buy those 500s. I mean, they are just endless money pits as they age. I got a customer, I got my Mercedes, and she only paid like $15,000 for it. And the original person paid 100-something grand for the vehicle, right? After the first 6 she spent with me, she gave up with the car and went back to the Lexus. I told her to buy a Lexus, and she liked it. Then she got rid of it. I said, "Why did you get rid of Lexus?" "Oh, it's not fancy enough." "Oh, I want to be driving around in a Mercedes," because she's a single woman and she's looking for a rich guy, I guess. But now she's back in a Lexus. Vlado Steemax says, Scotty, what do you think about the Chevy Cruze? Well, I think it's one of the worst vehicles GM ever made. I got a customer with one. He's got a picture of Mickey Mouse in the back window. And I said, why do you have a picture of Mickey Mouse in the back of your Cruze? He said, because it's a Mickey Mouse car. He sued GM under the Lemon Law. And since they've gutted the Lemon Law, they admitted that it was a lemon, but all he got was like $2,500 back. And he's had 2 automatic transmissions replaced already. And now it's out of warranty. And he asked me a couple months ago, well, Scotty, what's going on? I said, yeah, the tranny's going out again. I said, and if it goes out again, now you're not going to get a free one. He says, yeah, I'm just going to drive it until it doesn't even move anymore and then take it to the junkyard and never buy another one. So that's what I think of Chevy Cruzes. I would not buy one of those things. You want to buy a cheaper car, get a cheaper Toyota or a cheaper Honda. Don't buy one of those things. Crazy Outlaw, I love that name. What do you think of PT Cruisers? Well, I'll tell you. I got one in the driveway right now that I'm working on. I am not a fan of PT Cruisers. Their quality is garbage. They have overheating problems all the time. They blow head gaskets. They're rattly. Now, on the positive side, they're like cool-looking retro gangster cars, right? They're interesting looking, but man, those things don't hold up. If you want to get a used one cheap, like my customer did, it's only got 55,000 miles on it, even though the thing is, 17 years old. It's kind of a cute little thing to drive around for a knock-around car. But don't pay much money for one because they're not worth much. D-Bag says, can you talk me out of a Jeep Wrangler? It's easy enough to do. Do you value your money? The late model ones, I've had customers buy new ones, and they were garbage from the get-go. They had transmission problems. They didn't shift right. Now, if you really want a Jeep Wrangler, if you go get a really old one that's 2-3 decades old, hey, those things are solid tanks, and they can last a really long time. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But you wouldn't want to buy a brand new one. You can buy an old one that either had no mileage or had been done over, and there's nothing wrong with that. I got customers driving around in 60s and 70s Jeeps, and they're bulletproof. But do not buy a new one. SG says, hey, Scotty, what would cause the front tires to hit the fender liners when turning the wheel all the way to one side? I got a 17 maximum alignment, been done twice. Make sure that you got stock tires, you got stock rims. Somebody put bigger rims, bigger tires. It's going to hit stuff. Everything is made like garbage these days. And inside your fender, you got all these plastic fender liners. A lot of times, those things are just held in with stupid little plastic clips. A lot of times the clips get loose, the fender liners start rubbing on stuff, and then when you turn, yeah, they're going to rub. I see that all the time. Make sure that all the little clips are in. I even have a video about those clips. If you ever do work on your own car, go to Amazon or eBay or any place, and you can buy a whole box of clips for your car for like $7.95, and there'll be hundreds of them. It'll be a lifetime supply, and you don't have to worry about it. When the clips break, you just throw them what's left away and then put a brand new one in. They don't cost hardly anything if you buy them in bulk. Don't buy them at the auto parts store where there's a package of 4 for $8. She's for $8, you can get hundreds of them if you go online. Brandman1583 says, Scotty, should I flush out my 2007 Dodge Caliber CVT fluid or just change it? It's 153,000 miles. There's no issue. Just change it and use the same fluid. Use the original fluid. When vehicles get more mileage on them, you really don't want to take a chance by flushing. I've seen people flush out cars and then they had no problems, and then they started to slip. Now, the only time I ever advise flushing vehicles, you got a junker, it hardly moves, it shifts like horrendously bad, and it's not really drivable. Try a flush. You never know. Maybe it can flush. Try it out. You got a car that has no problems. When you flush, push little particles into tiny holes, jam them up, then it doesn't work at all or slips like mad. So I'm here to help everybody. No sponsors. You don't see any banners advertising this or that. I'm just telling you the truth. I hate getting ripped off. I know other people do too, so I'm here to help everyone. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.